I will sing a song. I'm not a big singer.
I'm not either. I can't.
Alright.
I couldn't sing right now, to be honest.
No, well, your voice. I wouldn't want you to sing.
That's kind of mean.
Your voice is. It's probably not very good for your voice.
It's actually really.
We gotta save that voice, man. It's got.
Right.
I'll give you like a neck massage or something, just to.
Really, you would do that?
Yeah, I would. just to soothe that up, you know.
I'd appreciate that.
Oh yes.
All right, guys. We're in the lobby, heading into game 2, part 2.
Part 2, yeah, I guess so.
Very unfortunate situation. Again, if you're just now joining us, the last game dropped near the very end, and it could be argued that the STC had a pretty significant advantage. But again, the MLG staff, apparently they probably came together, made a decision. We're having a regame. It's going to be on the exact same map, and these players have agreed to do exactly the same things as the last game. So we're going to see these. No, we're not. It's a new slate. It's
a
what are you going to do?
Beginning.
And with that, my co-caster and friend Silence is going to introduce the players.
All right, here. In the top left-hand corner, we have our red Protoss player. He is Grubby. And his opponent up 1-0 right now. In the bottom left-hand corner, from the team OGS, he is the TheSTC.
TheSTC. I want to, the next job I want to apply for.
What's that?
Is the guy who does the voice at GSL.
TheSTC.
Exactly. I want to apply for that.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
So if anyone knows who I can get in contact with, Mr. Che, if you're watching this, try me out, man. I promise. I can do it. I can do it pretty mean. I can do it pretty mean and dirty. But yeah.
Ew.
That's okay. Similar spawn positions here. This and this are pretty similar to this and this.
Yeah, thankfully.
Yeah,
we have similar
that's a good start. Of course, your natural a little bit closer to your opponent, but your third a little bit further away. Your fourth a little bit further away than that. So, gosh, what an unfortunate situation. But we're gonna go with it, Silence. We're gonna go with it. Do you think these players do similar things as last game, as far as strategy is concerned?
I mean, you can obviously metagame your opponent.
Exactly. In
where STC could go, I'm just going to 2 barracks again. I'm up 1-0 right now. I can take a little bit of a risk. Meanwhile, Grubby probably plays it a little safer, and I would say he probably does something similar to the last game, where he goes for a faster expansion. Yeah, I would say probably both players actually just go for similar things. It just looks like
most of Grubby's play in the series so far, as we see a pylon expand for Grubby.
Nexus first.
I'm okay with it. His opponent's doing a gasless expand, and then you go back to being like, okay, what happened in the last game? My opponent did a gasless expand, and I put my expansion up a little bit later. Why don't I put that up a little bit sooner this time? But then again, you think on the other side of things, SCC is like, okay, I did a gasless expand last game. Grubby's going to see that, and he's going to put down his own fast expand, so I'm going to do something hyper-aggressive and kill him early. But Grubby getting the better side of this arrangement here, getting his fast expansion up. The SCC doing the same thing. Now what he could do is build a bunker outside of the Nexus. A Marine will get there pretty soon here. And Grubby has to be super on top of making sure that this bunker doesn't finish.
And actually, Grubby's so on top of things, he's actually going double gateway before even Cybercore, I believe.
You got to do that.
So he's probably going to Chrono Boost one Zealot out. Yeah, he's going to be bringing probes to deflect this as well. Just as if Zerg was going hatchery first. And he gets the SCV. Very nice there by Grubby. And Grubby's going to treat now. Slowly mine those minerals. Wants to force the cancel. In fact, actually another SCV. What is coming here for the STC? Is he bringing SCVs?
What else would that be?
Oh my goodness. Of course.
STC wants to do damage here. That part is obvious. Grubby trying to make as many Zealots as possible. Pulling probes of his own. Bunker has finished, though, and this could be a very short game after a very long game number 2.
It looks like Grubby should do enough damage here. SCVs won't be able to get in and get the repair.
That's true.
Unfortunately, Marine gets surrounded by electricity. Don't tase me, bro.
Don't tase me, bro.
I don't think so.
Grubby has to be very careful with his micro, just moving all of his probes up into his main base. A Stalker's on the way, and that's going to be incredible. For Grubby. Of course, Stalker's very good against SCVs and Marines, and now STC is in a situation where he has to back up. He just lost so much mining time with pulling all those SCVs. And, you could say, okay, he's still ahead in supply, 28 to 22. Grubby lost some probes as well. Take a look. Workers killed by the STC is 7 to the 1 of Grubby. Income tab shows 20 to 20 in favor of the STC. So, You could say, okay, STC is ahead, 2 orbital commands, more investors, more
mules? Workers?
What was I going to say? We'll go with workers. More income, I guess is what I was going for. More income. Investors. Investors scare me. Anyway, natural expansion is down though for Grubby. You know, that's one of the challenges in PvT, getting your natural expansion up from both sides. So Grubby's he's going to get his up quite comfortably. SCV, wondering where his friends are, realizing he's in the wrong camp, so just going to get some scouting done, then probably return home. Will Grubby let him survive? Probably not. This Stalker will inevitably take him out, I would imagine. Looks like he tried to do some poke in action. To the Marines of the STC, has to be careful. Doesn't want to lose that Stalker.
Again, he's taking just a little bit of damage for that Stalker just to gain some information, whatever he can, just doing whatever damage he can to those Marines, in fact, getting a couple in the orange there. And this is permanent damage until medevacs come out, so that if the push does, in fact, happen before medevacs get out from the STC.
Those are the scariest pushes, to be honest.
Yeah, and it's going to help.
I lost to a Terran the other day. Like, there's 2 main times a Terran usually pushes with bio. It's either when Stim finishes or when medevacs finish. So this guy pushes me. I don't know. I forgot how many bases it was. When Stim finishes, right? And then he backs up. I scout his base. He's not even close to a starport. He pushes a little bit later without medevacs. Stim is long done. And I'm like, what a wonky timing. You know, it wasn't even the time. I was angry. That's just me being bitter about losing.
Well, no, it's stuff like that like even that works.
Like I'm thinking about it in my mind. Okay, either Stim or behind medevacs, and like he already attacked behind Stim. He's a long way from medevacs. He invested a lot into that early pressure because I did a fast expand. Anyway, forget it. We have a game going on. Stim on the way. +1/+1. Grubby getting over eager with these Stalkers. You know, Grubby could probably argue that his Stalkers acted on their own accord, but I wouldn't believe him, as you do control all your units in the game of StarCraft.
I would like to take a quick look, actually, into the STC's main base, if we could.
I will oblige.
He's making 2 more barracks here, so...
Where's the factory?
The factory just now starting here, so when combat shields finish, when +1 finishes, when Stim finishes...
He's going to push when this finishes.
No doubt he will be pushing.
And that's look how nice that's timed.
Oh,
they're all going to finish at
that
the same
time. That is just... Mwah.
Put on a turret.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. So possible salvage of the bunker incoming, and possible push. But that being said, I would have thinking that he would have started by now. But he's still chilling in his natural expansion. Did he scan and see something he's absolutely terrified by? Solitary gate. I guess that's interesting because usually the third production facility is robot. Oh, look. STC, you cheeky guy.
Just random SCV come into the main base,
This is so cool.
Right?
To be honest, every Terran needs to do this. You know, send an SCV every 2 minutes, every 3 minutes. Try to get a free scout. It's better than burning a scan, right? Obviously, the SCV is going to be mad at you if you tell him that, but it's better than burning a scan. I'm sorry.
Really? Yeah.
Just don't let the SCV know what you're doing. Tell him that it's a really important mission.
Just like, hey, there's some cake over here.
Exactly. That's what you have to do. Bargain with sweets. But yeah, you know, not pushing out when we thought he would. Very interesting. I don't know what to make of it. Really.
I guess he's waiting for medevacs with this
That's
push.
The thing.
Concussive shells, I guess, is going to be the trigger for this push. But
no, concussive shells.
And this is going to hit similar to the same timing that we saw in the first game where Charge isn't done and Storm isn't done. Charge is a little bit faster here for Grubby.
How do I do
so that might help if he gets it out here, but... Oh boy, Grubby does see this.
Again, this is the most terrifying time as a Protoss player. You're about to get Storm, and you're just like, please wait. You know, just chill, please.
Boy.
I promise. Grubby doesn't have anything.
Oh, force field's just a little bit late there for Grubby. Zealots go down in a matter of seconds. Now there's only left with High Templar with no storms here. Force field's going down, trying to delay as much as he can. Storm is so close to finishing as well as Zealot charge here, but STC is pushing forward here. He's target firing the natural nexus.
Storm is about to finish.
And it's so close. Will it be able to turn the tide of the battle? Zealot charge finishes up here. There's so many of the High Templars not able to get a Storm. GG from Grubby, and the STC takes that 2-0.
What do you make of that game?
It's just as the same timing as last time, basically, except for
it wasn't my medevacs. Is that like exactly what I was saying? That wonky timing? Did Grubby see? Like, did Grubby's?
I don't know, man.
It's just something to theorize about. Again, that's right? I mean, most timings from Terran are usually behind Stim or medevacs.
100%. You know, the +1 and then.
And like, what did he push behind there? Like, we were confused. It was just one of those wonky timings, and it hit right before Storm finished. So maybe Grubby saw it. It's like, all right, I have some time before Dynamics come out. I can get Storm out in time. No serves as the STC, marches up the ramp and melts every single unit away. Grubby, unable to get Storm finished, unable to hold that push, and he will fall.
Unfortunate. We saw Grubby when he does get his Storm finish, when he does get Charge finish, he holds off very nicely, right? He gets a very good army composition.
Well, I mean, all Protoss players, if you can get that, you're in good shape.
Of course, right?
He's
being a little greedy in tech, and that's kind of what that concussive shell, that very heavy 5 racks Marine Marauder push does to you if you're not prepared. If he did not, I mean, if he was able to force field there just a little bit more preemptively, cut off the army, try and buy some more time here, it would have helped, but man, was that push scary there from the STC.
All right, guys, that's going to do it for that series. Grubby falls 0-2 to the STC, which means the STC is now 1-1 in his group, and Grubby has a lot of work to do. He has one more game left to be played.